Welcome back to Media7. In 1956, when the All Black forward Peter Jones came off the field after a torrid test match against the Springboks and spoke the words, "I'm absolutely buggered," into radio reporter Colin Steddon's microphone, the nation was briefly scandalised. A little over 20 years later, one night in 1977, Arthur Basting, in character as Neville Purvis, uttered a much stronger word for the first time on New Zealand television. He subsequently had to leave for Australia to find work. Things, as Sarah Daniel is about to demonstrate, are different now. But first, a warning. If you are likely to be offended by very coarse language, I recommend that you turn the volume down now and go and do something else for the next quarter of an hour.
Fucking fucky shit.
Used cleverly, profanities are an art form. They can be almost poetic.
Fuck off.
The other day, some bloke came up to me.
And funny nearly?
No, I don't know who it was. And he said, "You come."
Profanities as deployed by this geezer, and well, it's just boring and passé.
Because that is fucking embarrassing, because it's a fucking disgrace.
Profanities go back a long way.
Fuck.
Comes from the old Anglo-Saxon word to
Fuck. Cunt.
has been in use since the Middle Ages.
Wanker.
Originated from Britain in the 1940s. And has Bulgarian roots, and it's a good general-purpose expletive. We've come a long way from this to this.
You can't say fuck on TV.
Now, pretty much anything goes.
That's really fucking brilliant.
And if you can't actually say
Fuck.
simply make up another word, like this.
Fuck off.
Or this.
Don't frack with me either, Ellen. Fucking rats.
Whoever would have thought this little scrubber had such a way with words?
Motherfucking cunt, pussy licking tit fuck bitch face.
There's nothing quite like hearing
Bollocks.
as said by an Englishman, or
Fucking asshole.
said in that uniquely American way. Cussing crosses cultural divides.
There we go. I'm not saying anything.
Now, wouldn't that be fucking progress?
Sarah Daniel there. So, have our standards slipped, or have we stopped pretending people don't talk that way? Joining me are broadcaster Pam Corkery, who has been known to make the vicar blush, James Griffin, the co-creator of Outrageous Fortune, and Chief Censor Bill Hastings. Welcome to you all. Now, Pam, you like a bit of cussing, but have you ever sworn on air?
Once by accident, the technician had not failed to turn my mic off. I think we swearers, and I love it. I love swearing. I can fit those words in between syllables. You know, we're not just talking in between words. I think we're like smokers, not around kiddies, and, you know, not in church. Not that I'd know, but, you know, we're fairly religious about our swearing. So I just kind of don't see the problem.
So,
I mean, it cuts down on time. Like Tim, for example, Pankhurst, I think he wrote a very excoriating editorial about me once and what a failure I was as an MP. You know, I could go on about, you know, grammatical errors and factual errors he made at the time, but why not just call him a knob? Because we all know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you did happen to swear on air and you got into trouble and the BSA pulled you up with it, would you consider that a fair cop?
I did get docked 2 weeks' pay for the time I said fuck, you know what I mean? And I went, fuck.
It's funny when you say
you know,
that.
I mean, that was my response. And I don't want to be a performing seal in swearing, but my defence has always been from my employers, well, if you listen to her or watch her, what are you expecting? You know, you do have the physical ability to change to national radio and, you know, have a good time and talk about rural things or whatever. So that's how it's gone.
Yeah. Now, James, we saw a little bit of your show in that setup video. You'll know as well as I do that there is a particular video on YouTube where a very keen fan took one episode and cut together all the fucks and buggers and cunts, and...
No, there wasn't a cunt. There was just the fuck.
Oh, very good. OK, we can discuss that then.
Yeah.
So that's sexist.
Yes. Yes.
We'll get to that.
Yes. Perhaps we should actually have a look at that, and I'll ask you what your mother would think.
Fucking fucky
shit.
Exactly.
Shit. Fuck off. Fuck off. Bullshit. Dead shit. Fucking slappy. Shit. Fucking mongrel. Piss off. Bloody right. Piss off. Fuck off.
Buggers.
For fuck's sake. Friggin'
Shit. Deep shit. Also mean shithead.
bloody Catholics. Bloody fuck. Fucking
Bloody.
fuck. Bloody shit. Piss off. Bastard shit. Fuck's sake. No. Fucking sweet fuck all. Bastard fucking. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Shit.
Piss off. Fuck off.
Shit. Fucking.
Fuck off. Fuck's sake. Shit. What the fuck? Fuck. Piss off. Slimy bastard. Fuck no.
This shit. Fucking.
Shit. Motherfucker. Shit. You fucking fucker. God of fucking hell. Shit. Fuck off.
Shit. Shit. Piss off, dickhead. Fuck off. Shit. Fucking. Oh, fuck.
Fucking
Bloody.
bloody
Shitty. Fucking shitty.
crap. Fuck. Pissed off. Shit. Shit.
You sick bitch. Bastard, you fucking. Fuck.
Shit.
Dick.
Dick bastard.
Shit. Fuck you.
Holy shit. Shit. Fucked up. Shit.
Yeah.
James, was that an unusual show? Did that have a little more in it than most?
That episode, believe it or not, on Outrageous, we do have a kind of a quantitative, qualitative kind of assessment. I mean, when the scripts are written, inevitably they have a lot more swearing than ends up on air. A lot, because you're sitting there writing. I mean, they just come out. And normally we have a process whereby we hone them down to the salient few where they really have a point. Then the actors try and sneak in a few, and they trade fucks with each other. Not in the traditional sense that actors trade fucks with each other, but you know what I mean. Occasionally, they'll say, "Well, you don't need that one. Can I have it?" And you get that. But this episode, I remember we were in the viewing of it, and we kind of, Rachel Lang, my co-creator, and I looked at each other and went, we kind of fell asleep on our shift there, because it was overwhelming. And we did actually, there were more in the episode that we cut out. It was like a virus that had spread,
And yet there wasn't a BSA complaint about that. And as far as I could tell, you've only had one BSA complaint.
Yeah, and that was to do with off-screen digital penetration. The thing I loved about that was that the BSA basically went, well, it's outrageous fortune, what are you expecting? Yeah.
Well, there was language involved in the complaint as well. I think it was the line, I want your cock in me now,
Oh,
which is by way of illustration rather than the
You're
request.
getting off on saying that, you see.
But that's not digital.
Yeah, that's it.
But in answer to the question that I know you were leading up to, yes, my mother did ring me and suggest that we perhaps lost it a bit on that episode. And could we not do it because her friends were a bit appalled?
But you could not credibly make that show and have no one swearing, could you?
Oh no, absolutely. I mean, it was designed. I mean, the word outrageous isn't in the title by accident. It was designed as a 9:30 show, and so it's up against your Sopranos, your Deadwoods, shows like that, which raise swearing to an art form. Now we don't want to do that. We're not. We will use it to effect when we think it is the right thing to say, and neither will we shy away from it.
Bill Hastings, I have here the BSA list somewhere here of the most offensive words ranked in order. The top three are cunt, nigger and motherfucker.
Easy for you to say.
Exactly. I realise that broadcasting isn't your turf. What's the state of play on your turf? You do your own research, don't you?
We do our own research, which I helpfully brought. Do we have a camera close up on that? We have jurisdiction over everything except broadcasting. And basically, Russell, I think I have one word for you, and it starts with a C. Context. Context is everything. And that clip that we just saw there from Outrageous Fortune, I think demonstrates that quite nicely, because every time one of those words was used, it was used not directed at anyone, it was used more as punctuation, as an expression of frustration, in a context that made it seem appropriate. What people seem not to like are those words aimed at people, with aggression, with a dart of poison. That gets people really offended.
Because what the BSA found was that they did their last research in 2006, before that was 2001, and the perceived offensiveness of most of the headline words had actually dropped significantly, except for word number 2, which was nigger, which would seem to play into. People don't like that word because they feel it's directed at someone.
And we have done research on that word as well. Particularly, it was a clip, I think, from 50 Cent, the rapper.
Viddy.
Him.
Yeah.
Him. Who described him.
It is correctly pronounced 50 Cent.
Thank you. Who described himself using that word. And people didn't seem to mind that either in that context again, because he was kind of reclaiming it and stripping it of its offensiveness.
Now, James, the shows you mentioned before, the interesting thing about them is that they're not on broadcast television in the country where they're made. They're on cable TV and thus out of the reach of the FCC. Are we somewhat alone in the world in letting that level of language go out on broadcast television?
As far as I know, our system of the 930 watershed, I mean, it works fine, doesn't it? It's that
well, the
wonderful double
BBC's actually
standard.
pushed its watershed back from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock just recently because the market wouldn't bear it. People were being offended by it. It doesn't seem that way in New Zealand.
Soft pommy kids.
Well, au contraire, knob,
It's not even on the BSA list.
Yes, the incident, knob liquor. Let's see if we can push it. The incident that caused the BBC review actually only got 2 complaints at the start, then was covered by the tabloids who were sick of finding a new angle on the recession and suddenly got 40,000. You'll find in New Zealand, I think the situation is still the same, the BSA actually only gets complaints from about 1 family. And when I was in the big house, Parliament, I thought, why don't we just pay these 5 people off and get them to shut up and stop telling me what I can watch after 9 o'clock. I mean, it's a very serious issue that we're talking about, but you said use of coarse language may offend. It's become use of everyday language may offend. I get more of a vile reaction when I say menopause than if I were to say the words we're talking about.
No, Bill's gagging.
I think it's more than 1 family. I mean, our research...
I'm not saying they're related in a third word way, yes.
We asked people, what do you think the injury of offensive language is? You know, like, why does this bug you? And the sort of main response was they didn't want kids, hence the threshold, kids having access to language that is used in programs as though it were normal. You know, I mean, it might be normal, but they didn't want their kids to see that as normal use of language, then start using the same language in inappropriate, real-life situations because of the image, that their kids might get.
I think
as being a customer swearer.
Hasn't the internet changed all that, though? Yeah. My kids watch video podcasts about video gaming that I'm happy for them to watch. Okay,
but are you happy for them to use language like that?
Oddly enough, they don't.
Yeah, well,
I don't think it's a given that they will run around using that language at the drop of a hat.
But that's the fear, I think. That maybe some kids aren't as well brought up as yours or mine or Pam's or Juliet's. But and my kids, as far as I know, don't at least swear in front of me, and I don't swear in front of them. But yeah, of course they have access to that sort of thing. But I think it's the fear that some kids might actually think, oh, it's acceptable. It's okay.
Actually, no, I want to go to James here because I do want to come back to this. We don't have to say the C word because we're not screening in the daytime. How many times have you used that, and why is it much less frequently used than all the other wonderful swear words?
We've used it once, and I think it appears once more in the series which is currently on air. The first time we tried to use it, which was in Series 1, we actually got knocked back. And I thought it was the best way of using it, actually, because it was Pascal was talking to Loretta about a plan she had to hook the television presenter celebrity guy, a bit like yourself, Russell. She was going through, and it was used as an adjective, so she was using it, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen, and then by this stage he'll be so cunt-struck that he won't worry about it, and he went on with her plan, and it was fantastic. And we started talking to the network about it, and they were kind of getting okay about it. And then the South Pacific Pictures were worried that it would affect sales, so it got elbowed for that.
So it wasn't you worrying that your audience might not accept it?
No,
it was qualms above you?
Oh, no. Gosh, no. We were quite happy that they would go with it. And later on, when we did use it as as a noun, as a, you know, a
place.
When
There's an echo in the room. Check sound. Yeah.
Finished?
Sorry.
It was for a very specific purpose at a very specific time in the story, which I guess goes back to, I don't know why it is such a, it's the holy of holy of swear words, and it becomes a big issue every time it appears on the page. We can put, as you can see, fuck 100 times in a script, and you know, it's maybe a bit much.
Well, we could actually go on all night discussing why that is the case, but unfortunately we can't. Thanks to our panellists Pam Corkery, James Griffin and Bill Hastings, and to our disability issues panel Curtis Palmer, Sasha Dillon and Sally Wenley, and to Tim Pankhurst, and of course to you for watching. We'll be back with Media7 at the same time next week, but before we go, one more thing. You only need to know the title of Lily Allen's jaunty little ditty, Fuck You, to know that it's a bold choice for release as a single. Behind that decision is an internet phenomenon. An Australian YouTube user co-opted the song as an anthem for diversity and tolerance. A French gay group replied with its own version, and now local TV editor Anne Spears has made a response from New Zealand's own gay community. This is its TV debut. Goodbye.